It's Week 14 of the National Football League. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Cowboys, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. On the draw, it's Gibson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 22 carries, 111 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Running behind center with Vaughn. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. Here is 3rd down and 4. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To the air again, Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibson, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Prescott now. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Antonio Gibson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, an early statement. They go for it on 4th and goal and wind up punching it in.
And that wasn't on the 1-yard line either. It wasn't just quarterback sneak range. They had to work for that one, but they certainly got the job done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now Burrow. He shakes it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a...
That one out wide and intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Prescott yet again. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Prescott. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Prescott. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting...
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced
Automatic
error.
first
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. To throw is Prescott. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Well, this one into the hands of Vaughn. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1 yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Burrow will throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And taken right at the 35. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll run with Gibson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Straight ahead, Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And that is no good. And the lead will